Getting objections in sales isn't always a no. Here's how to turn them into yeses. Empathize with what problems they're bringing to you, bring them solutions. Understanding what their problems are and asking those right questions is the first thing you should be doing when you're first forming that relationship on that discovery call. You need to understand what they're going through, understand their problems. Cost concerns. Cost concerns are one of the biggest objections that you're going to get in sales, especially if you're selling a service or a product. Sometimes, especially in manufacturing, when you're selling machinery, whether that be large or small, cost is a really big objection. They always want the lowest cost that they can get away with, especially if you're dealing with purchasing people. What's my return on investment? That's going to be the big thing these purchasing people are going to be asking. They're going to be looking for the product or service that can meet their problem, solve their problem for the lowest cost. Your company or the service or product that you might be offering might not be the cheapest, so you need to be able to address those cost concerns. They might not be able to be the cheapest, but your product or service, whether it be a machine, for example, might last 5 more years than the cheaper machine. So being able to bring that kind of value to that concern is really important. I get a frequent objection when it comes to cost, when it comes to us, just because a lot of manufacturing clients, when they're coming in, don't really understand the depth of things that we do for them. I always say, good, it should be cheaper when a client brings me a competitor that's like, well, their cost is a little bit lower than yours. They should be, because the expertise that we have, the in-depth knowledge that we have, how deep we're going to go in every sort of aspect and every service that we have to offer is how we justify the cost. Proving the value of your product will show you're worth the cost. Quality and reliability. I know a lot of you are probably not going to get the objection of quality and reliability. They might have the questions as to your reliability. Most people are going to be doing a good amount of research on your product or your service that you're going to have. But if they start asking those questions, being able to justify, being able to show them what your engineers do, what makes your machine, what makes your product a high quality product, or what makes your service high quality. For us, since we are a service base, our quality is the knowledge base that we have. We have over 30 years, or it's actually, 50 years of experience in-house with industrial and manufacturing clients, whether that be our COO, Nancy, who has 20 plus years in the plastics industry. My CEO, Kyle, has machining background. Our engineers have chemical, all that kind of stuff. That's the quality that we bring. Don't get defensive when someone's coming at you with an objection. You need to listen to them because they may have had a previous experience. You may have said something that somebody else that has sold them a product or service has said in the past that has let them down. Show them why their concern or their objection is not relevant without getting defensive and without trying to make them feel like it was a dumb or a bad objection that they had. Show them value. Bringing value to that is important. Product compatibility and integration. This is going to be something that a lot of you services, a lot of the software sales guys that are out there are going to have to prove. For example, we use HubSpot. HubSpot is great. They integrate with basically everything. A lot of our clients that are coming in either A, don't have a CRM system, or B, don't have a robust CRM system. So we recommend HubSpot. We work with all CRM systems, but it's just one of the ones that integrates very well. So if you're selling a service that has integration, has a lot of integration that it can do with other, products or services, you need to show that value. Show them, hey, it integrates with X, Y, and Z. What kind of CRM systems do you use? What kind of ERP systems do you use? Does it integrate with X, Y, and Z? Some of your machines, sometimes the software that they are using, they need certain integration, making sure that the client that you're selling to has the right software. And if they don't, or they have a different software, either, hey, maybe we need to upgrade your software as well as this in order for this machine to come in, because your machine might not work or your service might not necessarily work with what they have. So you need to make sure that their integrations work. And if they are open to it, hey, changing them over. We change a lot of our clients from CRM systems because we provide value and we show that HubSpot can do, HubSpot is just an example, can do a plethora of things and integrate with everything for a pretty low, monthly cost. Okay, so delivery and implementation timelines. It is very important from the beginning of the sales process once you start moving on to the stage of, okay, I've quoting you, I'm asking you specific questions as to what you specifically want to get accomplished. with whatever product or service that you guys are having to offer, but making sure that you are very transparent about timelines, how long things normally take to complete, how long it's going to take you, the issues that could potentially arise. For us, issues that arise for our clients is that they aren't necessarily getting back to us with edits quickly. So my big thing is going, hey, these are the timelines, this is how long it will take us to complete these services, whether it be a website design or whether that be some of the SEO, content writing, some of the videos. The big thing that we're gonna come across is the only reason we won't meet these timelines is if you guys hem us up some way by not giving us feedback, by not approving them quickly, by not being there in a timely manner. For a product, if you're selling a machine, make sure that you guys are showing them delivery dates, how long it's going to take if it's a custom build, if they're having to build it. Make sure that you're telling them how long it's going to take to build, what the delivery time frame is going to be. If the delivery time frame is a little behind, make sure that you're letting them know as soon as possible, because the client really might be relying on that machinery, might be relying on that product, and if you don't let them know, hey, it's going to be a little bit behind, they're not going to be able to prepare for that and plan for that. Whatever it is, make sure that they know timelines, because they're going to come to you if you don't have timelines. They're going to expect it quicker. If you relay the timelines, relay the milestones, they're going to know what to expect, and as long as you meet that, they're going to be happy. Hey, and guess what? If you're quicker, after sales support and service, make sure you are harping on your after sales support and service. We have a whole guideline that we do with the trust. We have a trust handover that we do when we have a new client that's coming in. It's called the transfer of trust. So the sales guy is the person, my sales team is the people that are creating that relationship, are forming that first initial bond. And we have that transfer of trust when we come into our team. We have internal team meetings where the sales guy is explaining what we're doing for the client, etc. I'm not going to go into the boring processes of it, but we do that transfer of trust so that we have client success. We have a whole team of client success that is in there dedicated to the happiness of our client, to the success of our client. You need to relay that. You need to say, hey, we have engineers that are here to troubleshoot. We have a client success team that's here to make sure that every process, every service that we're trying to complete for you, every deliverable is an A+ deliverable. That makes them know that you really care about their happiness and you're not there just to get them to sign. And they're way more likely to stay with you for years to come, purchase from you again, purchase machinery from you again, because even if there are issues and you're able to address those issues, they know you're able to address issues, and that creates even more trust. And that's not just for the sales team, that's for everybody. That's for everybody in the team, that's for everybody in the company, making sure that the company or the client is happy. Solving problems creates trust and it turns into deals. If you guys got some value out of it, make sure you share it, like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel, check us out on LinkedIn, check me out on LinkedIn, give me a follow, give Kyle a follow, give our whole team a follow. We hope to see you on the next one, and hey, check out our lives.